Now you have two options to charge. If you happen to be at home, certainly you're welcome to plug our car in. But if you need to hop in your car and take an emergency drive down to your kid at college, and it's 500 miles away, with my generator in that car, you don't have to stop for a charging station.
Hey, it's Miguel Lloyd, and I have the pleasure here today to sit down and talk to Mr. Derek Bailey with Derek Automotive Technologies, brother.
My
Good
pleasure,
to see
my
you,
friend.
man. Absolutely. And so, had the pleasure of coming by here and seeing this technology a few weeks back. I said, I got to come back here. We got to grab some cameras. We got some stories to tell.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. I walked in and I saw this beautiful car and I said, hold on. All right. And they said it's a black-owned electric car company called
Avani.
Avani. Tell us about your vision and what you're doing here in this industry.
Oh, well, actually, we're trying to transform the industry. I mean, basically, electric cars are great, except for one little thing. No one likes to charge them.
Right.
So originally, we created and received a patent for a new type of generator motor.
Okay. Tell us about that motor.
But basically, it's a 53% efficient motor as compared to a traditional engine, which is about 22% efficient. Okay. So when you burn more of the fuel, then you produce less of a carbon footprint.
Got it.
So the first goal is to reduce the carbon footprint. And then we use that motor to convert fuel to electricity to recharge the batteries in the electric cars. Now you have two options to charge. If you happen to be at home, certainly you're welcome to plug our car in. But if you need to hop in your car and take an emergency drive down to your kid at college, and it's 500 miles away, with my generator in that car, you don't have to stop for a charging station.
So we're sitting here with Greg Coles, president of Retro by Exceeder. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
So Retro by Exceeder is your division of Derek Automotive Technology that does what?
Retro by Exceeder is the division that converts existing gas-powered cars into electric.
And so tell us about how this came about. You know, what we see all the time is there's always a bunch of cars. People sit in them for 10 years. They get tired of them, or they have too many things happen with the car. This breaks down, that breaks down. Next thing you know, you're back at the dealership buying it all over again. But You're saying there's some nice bodies cars out there in the market that you can take, convert them to electric, and keep those things on the road for the foreseeable future.
Oh, millions.
Yeah.
There's millions of them. Just take your insurance companies. They've got 3 million flood cars sitting around alone. What we're able to do is take these cars, rip out all of the gas components, everything that's either gas or diesel. We take all of those out and we put in electric components, and we essentially turn this into an EV. And the advantage to that is, and a huge part of my job in converting these cars is education. And part of that education is just letting people know what advantages there are to driving an EV. And the advantages to an EV are, number one, cost of ownership and maintenance. In an EV, there's no transmission, there's no oil changes, there's no belts or hoses. You get in the car and you go. In the average car, there's 4,000 moving parts. In an EV, there's 400 moving parts.
Wow, 10%.
10%, most of which are suspension related. So it's your suspension, your turning, your handling, things like that. So as far as when it comes to a motor in an EV, it's got your commutator or your rotor and your stator. That's it. And of course, you have your gear reduction, but those are just fixed moving gears. But the big picture is when you drive an EV, because there's such little moving parts, such little maintenance, such little fuel cost, because it costs about $1 to charge an EV. If you go in DC fast charge an EV, it costs you about $7 at the most. And that depends on the convenience of a charger.
And so $7, and it may take you 400 miles, 500 miles on one charge, or $70 to fill a premium, or up to 100 if you got, and it may take you 300 miles. Hey y'all, welcome to the future. All right, so we're here with Michael Miles, managing partner of the Georgia dealerships with Derek Automotive.
Yes, sir.
And so tell us a story about how you met the team and how you got involved in this venture.
Yeah, I had the pleasure to meet Derek about 1.5 years ago through a mutual friend. And after investigating this amazing technology and having a conversation with him about his vision to be the largest carbon reduction company on the planet, which is mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing, absolutely.
I had to have him at least look at Georgia. Georgia has a lot going for it with low taxation, a hotbed of technology happening in this area, and a lot of innovations happening around the EV space with other companies coming to the area. So I felt it'd be a good fit for him to come with me, my partner, with all the relationships we have, to be able to start to build that brand that was going to be able to take that mantle forward. It's going to be tough, right?
Yeah.
A black auto manufacturer.
Hey, you know,
Never been done before, right?
Hey, you know what? Somebody's got to believe we can do it, and we believe we can get it done.